My name is Stephen Burnell. I'm the Staffing and Retention Specialist here at Toward Independence. I share my job with Jill Johnson. My job entails trying to find the best candidate for the individuals that we serve. That sounds a lot easier said than done. This job isn't for everybody. This job entails having compassion. We can teach you how to do all of the skills, but if you don't want to make a difference in somebody's life, this job isn't going to be for you. I've seen some people that I would think, I don't know if they're going to be the right person, be the best fit in the world. And I've seen other people who, on paper, are going to be the best person ever, and they get into the home and they're there for a paycheck. The other aspect of my job is retention. Trying to make sure that the staff feel appreciated. We've tried to implement a lot of new things in the very recent past, such as the anniversary breakfast. I know we do our annual staff appreciation event, different things like that, just to make the staff feel wanted and appreciated. It seems like a very thankless job, looking out for other people and making sure that they achieve their independence. The staff are the most important people in the individual's life. I worked in sales for over 15 years in 3 different countries. I used to make a lot of money for one person, and making a lot of money for somebody else, it wasn't for me. I enjoyed what I used to do, but I got no great satisfaction out of it. I wanted to make a difference in somebody's life. So I started looking for another job. I had a lot of training experience, I had a lot of interviewing experience through both my extracurricular and my management skills. But I wanted to make a difference in somebody's life, and a position became available at Toward Independence. I was like, yeah, I'm going to apply for that. Let's see where it goes. The worst that can happen is nothing, and I don't get the job. And I came in and I interviewed. I interviewed with the human resource manager and the COO, and I got asked back for a second interview and met with the rest of the team. And I really liked what Toward Independence had to offer. It was making a difference in people's lives on a daily basis. I've been with the agency about 2.5 years, coming up on 3 years, and it was a big step for me. I wouldn't change my job for love or money. I think it was the best decision I ever made. Job satisfaction is huge in this career field. Seeing somebody develop in small steps, the excitement I get when I walk into CCC in Cincinnati or CCC in Vandalia and I see the individuals' faces because, oh, Stephen, you're here. I haven't seen you in a week, or I haven't seen you in 10 days. They know who I am and they get excited to see it. I couldn't get that in my last job. As I said, I made money for somebody else. When I got here, we had a certain type of training, and with the other staffing specialist, myself and her have worked through different techniques and trainings and gotten rid of a lot of the old non-interactive training where we sit you down in front of a video for 16 hours and you don't talk to anybody. Myself and Jill now interact with the staff, the new staff, for 15, 16 hours, tell them stories, good stories, bad stories, things that have happened to us in our past working with the individuals, to kind of give people a very realistic view on it, with a lot of the focus on the positives, because the positives make us forget all of those negatives. It's like you could have a bad day in work today, but everything that you've been working on in the last 6 months comes to fruition tomorrow, and you forget all of those bad days, because that right there is why I do what I do. There's a lot of newer staff that have come in that see myself or Jill as the face of the agency. They feel very comfortable coming to talk about it, talking to us about minor problems or issues that they might have. And me and Jill really appreciate that, because we're, from the time you make that first phone call all the way through till they get into the home, they have questions, they have concerns, they have what ifs, what if this happens, what if that happened. I love when those staff reach out to me and have questions. We want to help. I want to be approachable. Feel free to pick the phone up, shoot me an email, just ask me a question. I've had some of the most tenured staff give me a call, and at the end of it, they're like, I feel better now, I just needed a vent about nothing. They just had a bad day and they felt they had no one to vent to. And I was like, at the end of the conversation, like, Stephen, thanks. I just needed to get that off my chest. 90% of what we do can be dealt with a quick conversation. If you let things fester and boil, they're going to get bad. Talk about it sooner and we'll do everything in our power to help you. If you feel you need more training because an individual might have more severe behaviors, we have tools, we have different trainings that we can make sure you get signed up for. If you feel you're finding it difficult with MedPass, I'll take you step by step and talk you through it, or get you in touch with the nurses and make sure that they can help you through it. We really are here to help. Mark is probably one of the most passionate individuals I've seen in this field. He is 100% behind the DSPs. He understands that we'd love to be able to pay everybody more, but we have a hurdle in front of us, and it's Medicaid funding. And I see him go out and talk to senators, get people in, bring awareness to this field to try and get that extra funding that people want. Mark found out about the competency-based add-on and made sure that the human resource team were on it, knew how to get staff involved in it, to get them that extra $1 an hour if you've been in the field for 2 years. You are the most important person in the individual's life, and that the office staff here are 100% behind you. The most important person to Mark is the person who's closest to the individual.